Now we will learn about for each loop. In the beginning, when I have given introduction, I told you about for each loop. Now we are in a position to understand it. This is used with collection of elements. For each loop is used with collection of elements. So collection of element is nothing but an array. Yes, for each loop works with array. So already we have learned about array and we have written some programs on an array. How we did those programs, we will see that, then we will learn about for each loop. Let us see. See, I have shown you that for loop is used for accessing all the elements of an array. Array name is A, right? And there are 6 elements. Now for displaying all the elements, I can use for loop that will iterate through all these elements or scan through all these elements. So for loop is a counter control loop. So how it works? Initially I is 0. So I is 0 means I is 0 here. A of 0 means A of I means 0. That is 8. So first 8 is printed. So what is I? I is 0. Next I plus plus. I becomes 1. Right? Now A of I means A of 1. A of 1 is what? 6. So I is 1. A of I is 6. So see out A of I means 6 will be printed. So in this loop, I is taking the indices of elements, right? Array using for loop. Now the same thing can be accessed using for each loop. Let us see the syntax and example. For each loop is written same as for. We don't write each here, right? Just for. Then integer x. Now I am taking another variable x, integer x, from a, x in a. We read it like this, x in a. So if I read the complete statement, let me read first, then I'll explain. For each x in a. For each x in a means how many x are there in that? This is x, next x, next, 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 next. So this x will take all the values in an array. Now here, if I print cout x, I will print x. So let us see how it works now. First time x will be 8. X is 8. So x is a variable in which the first value of array will be copied. So 8 will be copied in x. So when I print x, 8 will be printed. Next time, inside same x, this 6 will be copied. 6. Next time when I print, 6 will be displayed. See, in contrast to this, I was index, but now x is element itself. Element itself. So this x will get all the values from an array one by one. So for each value x in a, this is how it works. Now what is the benefit? This way also you can access everything. This way also you can access everything. But here you have to mention the size. Size of an array is 6. So you should stop index at 5. So you should know what is the size of an array. Here there is no size. There is no size. This is the benefit of for each loop. So this is dependent on the size. This is not dependent on the size. It will access all the elements. As many elements are there. If there are 6 elements or 600 elements, whatever the number of elements are, it will access all of them. Now one more thing. See here, if I write plus plus x, so first value will be 8. Yes, 8. Then it will print plus plus 8 means 9. So this will become 9. What about original value? Original value will not change because x is getting a copy of that value. X is a separate variable. It's getting a copy of that value. The next time it will get 6, right? 6. Then plus plus x means this will become 7 and 7 is printed. But the original value remains 6 only. So the point I have to show you is that this x will get the copy of a value. Now, if I want to modify that value, x should represent that value directly. It should not have a copy. X means this. X should be this one only. So if I say plus plus x, that 6 should become 7. So yes, for that we can write reference here. What is reference? Reference will give a name to the same value. That is another name to a same value. We have a topic called references in pointer section. There you will understand. I will not explain reference right now. Just remember this. If you don't give reference, that value will not modify. If you write plus plus, because it will get a copy of that value. But now if you write ampersand, then that value itself is called as x. When you say plus plus x, this will become 7. That 6 will become 7. This is one thing. Now, one more benefit of using for each loop I'll show you. See, there is an array A. I know A is there, but I don't know its data type. I don't know whether it's integer or float or double. I don't know. So this X, what data type I should declare? Integer or float or double? Which type? Instead of defining the data type by ourselves, we can simply say auto here. So automatically compiler will make this variable X same as the data type of this array. This is more powerful feature of C++ along with for each loop. And one more point about for each loop is that it will work upon a collection of elements only. Either it may be an array or vector or any other thing that we will study later on. But it will not work on pointers, right? So right now we don't know pointers. Just remember this. It will not work upon pointer. It will work on collection of values only. Just remember this. That is sufficient. Later you will understand this. So that's it. This is a for each loop. That's all in this video.